Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another workshop hosted by me, Mustafa Shahid, and Koban Powell as well. And we have brought you today something that we've done quite a bit over the past few years. But every time we find something new, something exciting, something that we do for our clients, we think that if it's helpful for one person or one team or one client, it might be applicable or useful for other people as well. So this is what we were working on recently. Then they host like different courses, physical courses and physical classes, and they wanted me to make these calendars in which instead of it showing multiple days, it showed specific days with specific slots with specific seating, so that no particular slot gets overbooked, and it has basically everything. It replicates what a basic class looks like. So within over here, if you go over here and click on any one of this calendar, it will show the exact date when that particular class is hosted. And since I'm in a different time zone, it shows me 4 a.m. But it will be a different class or different time if I choose, let's say, Los Angeles. So it will show me 3 p.m. and 20 seats. Now, if I select that, I can enter my information, and then we can add further more into it. So this is something that I wanted to show how to build up or how to set up within your own system as well. So moving in that direction, what you'll do is once you log into the system, you go on the bottom left where it says settings, where you can access all the different types of calendars and create a new calendar as well. So over here, you click on calendar. Once you're in the calendar, you click over here which says new calendar on the top right, and it will show you all the different options that you can play with. Now, the one that I have been using was the class booking. So I'm going to just click on that, call this random class with Mustafa, go in, and this is something that we might do if we both have a physical location or we want to do something for a virtual location as well. Add a description, class with your team, and then we can select a team member. This will, for this one, it would be me, and yeah, that would be it. Reduce this, and I can make how many people do I want to be added in one class. So I can set the limit beforehand. So for this particular class, I'm going to keep 50 people per class, and we can set the number of participants allowed to book this class. Once all of these are filled, that particular time slot for that particular class will no longer be available for booking. The duration could be, let's say, 2 hours, since I like to talk a lot. And then I can enter the meeting location wherever that physical location might be. So I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3 right now. It could be anything that you want. And then you can even enable the acceptance of the payments. For example, I want this class to be, let's say, $50 for the entire duration of the class. And this will be something about get first-hand knowledge from the man Mustafa himself. Yeah, I like to talk good about myself, so why not? So click on it one second. So you've already saved the previous seconds, and now you have you can add your calendar logo, add further description, and even assign it to a particular group. Now, why does the group matter? The group only matters if you have like a same type or same segment of calendar. So as I showed over here in this one, this is one calendar, but I created 6 calendars for 6 different classes, and I combined them all into one group. So if I click on the back side, it shows all of their available classes. Now, again, this lacks the landing page and all the beautification of the entire system, but the in terms of the technicality, the technicality, this is where you'll find all the different courses. So they will come over here, they can select which course they want to be assigned to you, or which course they want to sign up for. So for example, they want the multi-sensory madness. They'll just click on that, and they will find the individual classes for that particular course. So that's how you use the grouping part over here. So you can add them to any group that you want. Once that is done, you click on Save Changes. It goes to the next step. Now, this is something within the staff and location where you can select the meeting location. Now, I can't select anything else, and the reason is because this class booking is for physical locations only. If I was doing a virtual location, I will be choosing a different type of calendar. Once that has been done, I can go to next, which is availability. Now, this is the part where I was not exactly surprised, but this is something that I did for the first time, and it was really cool for me. So I went over here, and what I did was I click on edit, customize the schedule for this calendar only because I don't want to customize it for all my calendars. And somehow, yeah, it's a little bit black. Sorry about that. So I turn all of these off, and then I go to date specific hours. And then I can select which date will this particular class be held on. So for example, to 28, and it will be available from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Click on submit, click on save. Once that is done, I go to book and rules. I don't need to change anything about from this apart from the minimum schedule and notice or the date range, since I only am showing one class and the seats per class is 50. Let's go. And then I go to share calendar. Copy this, open in a new tab, share this tab. And since I'm open throughout all my days, it's supposed to show this. I think I changed it out with the previous one. While I fix that, I will hand it over to Cohen just for one case, because when you're in the form and confirmation, when you open that particular form on that calendar, you have the option of adding as many questions or as many fields in that forms as you want, and how to do so and how you need to add those specific questions, because the standard calendar form will contain name, phone, email, and additional information, but you can add further questions if you want to. So, Cohen, would you like to share your screen and show them how to create that forms while I troubleshoot the calendar that I just made?
Yeah, sure. So I'm just going to show you, just like normal, how to create a form, and then I'll bring back to Mustafa to where he can connect the form that I just made to the calendar. So starting off, we want to go to the Sites tab, and then click on Form and Builder. And then once we do that, we're going to create a new form from scratch from the big blue button on the top right. I've already created a new form already, so we're just going to switch to that page instead. So here we have just a basic standard form that you're just going to be introduced with the very first thing once you create a form from scratch. It will automatically have the first name, last name, phone number, email, and then the terms and conditions, two checkboxes at the bottom. This part is also very important for other features within OPM tools. But as far as adding additional questions onto your form, you can just do so by hitting Add Object Fields and then typing in the search bar what you're looking for as far as your custom fields that you've already created. Now, if you do not know how to create a custom field already, you would want to go into the settings within your sub account, go to Custom Fields. All right. And then click Add Field. And depending on how you want the question to be formatted, say for example, where did you hear from us? You want it to be a drop down with multiple selections. So say, where did you hear from us? And the options are YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media platform you want to choose from. So we would want to choose the drop-down multiple. You also have the option of single line, multi-line, and so on. Or say single line if they have some other platform that they want to choose. But for drop-down multiple, you can just choose this and add the option of other. But for right now, we're going to do where did you hear us from? Question mark. And we're going to attach that to a contact object and put it within the general info group. Now, this is just going to be a custom field that's associated within just general information, just a group of questions that which is within just a contact's profile. So from here, we're going to create our options that our users can choose from. So let's say YouTube, add an option, Facebook, add an option, Instagram, add an option, and you can just keep on going, but we'll end on with other. And then we can hit save, and then we will have our very own custom field, which we can add to our form as well, which I've already created. How did you hear about us? And all we need to do is just click and drag, and there we have our newly added custom field question add to our form. And then I'm going to hit save. And after we do that, we can now connect this form to a calendar if we choose to do so. So now that you know how to create a form with your own custom questions, I'm going to pass it over to Mustafa where he can go into further detail.
Absolutely. Jumping back into the calendar, let me just wait for the screen to be shared. All right. So I did figure out the problem when my calendar was not showing. It was because on that particular day, February 28th, I had marked myself as off. So obviously, since that day was already in a conflict, I had to choose another day. So I went in and I selected two separate days, which is the March 29th and the March 31st. So if I click over here, share the calendar, copy the link, and open the link in a separate tab, it will show 29 and 31st. So I can choose whichever date and time I want. But before I show you what happens next, I need to make sure that the right calendar that Owen just created has been attached with the form as well. So share this tab once again. Now I will go to advanced settings and forms and confirmation. So over here, I have the option of selecting which form I want. The default form, as I told you, is first name, last name, email, phone, and notes. But I want to choose the dummy form for the dummy calendar that we just created. And then we can switch it out as well. So if I want the form to populate first, and then it shows the available appointment time so that people can just fill out the form and then check whether they have a time schedule or that fits their availability or not. At least you got the form submission. Or you can have it vice versa so that people will have to choose for a slot beforehand and then submit their information if they want to go through with it. So it can work either way. Again, it depends upon what type of business you are in, what type of clients you deal with, and how you want to handle that. For us, it can work either way. So we just have it set as they choose the date and time first, and then they fill out the form. Once that has done, I'm going to click on Save Changes. And there's one more thing that we can show you from here. Just wait before it moves to payment. Go back to form confirmation. Now, over here on the bottom, you find this auto toggled on option, which says auto confirm new calendar meetings. Now, we have encountered not exactly some problems, but some a different way of handling this. So we have this one client who likes to not confirm any new calendar meetings until and unless she confirms it by herself. So what happens is whenever someone submits the form and wants to basically book an appointment, it's unconfirmed, and it sends her an email asking if Mustafa has just filled out the form and put an appointment on the calendar. Should it be confirmed or not? And she will then check out the form submission, verify it if all the information is correct, and if that person, in this case me, that she wants to have a meeting with me in the first place or not. If not, she can choose to just click on an option and the system will keep it marked as unconfirmed, and I will receive a notification saying, hey, Mustafa, your calendar meeting just got denied, or we will reach out to you in 3 to 4 days, or whatever apology or whatever answer you want to provide. And if my answer on the form are adequate and she wants to have a meeting with me, she can just click on confirm, and then my appointment will be confirmed, and I will receive an email, hey, Mustafa, your appointment has been confirmed. So you can do that as well. So it gives you more power to how you want to handle the calendar appointments. Once that is done, it will move on to the payment section. I just like to save each step and then wait, even though it's easier to just click over here. All right. Since I'm enabled to accept the payments, I can make it live or test. If I choose test mode, I can check out the process by entering a test card. It's usually a Stripe card with the first numbers as 42442, and then 1234 for the month and year, and 567 for the CSV code, or for the CSV or the CVS or some code, whatever that may be. You can accept the partial payment, you can enable coupon codes, but it gets more and more deeper the more you want to play with it, or the way you want to set it up with. Then we have the notifications. All right. Now, previously what we used to do was that whenever we used to make a calendar appointment or we made a calendar, we would set up automation reminders to a workflow. But now you can even just do it on the calendar itself rather than using automations to do that. So what you do over here is, if I want to automatically confirm someone that their appointment has been booked, I just click over here on the edit icon, and I can enable the email notification for whom? For the contact, the person who just made the appointment, for the assigned user for whom this calendar is connected with. So for example, it's on my calendar, so I'm the assigned user, in any additional emails that I want. So for example, my manager, my support team, my tech team, anyone else that needs to be made aware that a new appointment has been booked. So I can do that. I can just click over here. It will show me what the template is, or I can just create a new template and add it over here directly. Furthermore, you can enable it for email. You can enable it for the in-app notification. You can enable it as an SMS as well to be received by the contact, assigned user, and additional phone numbers if you want to. So that's a really good thing to do instead of trying to figure out how to manage it or how to create it within the automations. You can just click over here and check how many things you have enabled or not. The same can be applied for cancellation and reschedules and also for the reminder. So if you want to set up reminders that when Mustafa has or when Cohen has a class with Mustafa, Cohen, in this case as an attendee, should be reminded about it. So how many times you can remind them? You can add a total of 3 different reminders. All right. And this would be an email reminder. So you can do 10 minutes before, you can do a one, not 11, but 1 hour before, and you can even do a 1 day before. And then check out the content of the reminder and save it, and it shall be saved. That's all you need to do. You can do it for the assigned user and for the additional email as well. And you can even do a send up a follow-up message after the appointment has been completed. So you don't even need to do that with the automations. You can do it on the calendar itself. So I can enable it. For example, I want to send out to the contact saying, hey, thank you for showing up. Would you like to send us a feedback of how your event went or how your appointment was? I can send an email to the host. Hey, Mustafa, when Cohen showed up, what should be the next steps for him? And I can even do additional emails as well, sending out to the manager or the owner or whoever I'm reporting to that this particular class has been completed. So things like that. Once all of that has been done, I just click on share calendar just to save it so I can show what it looks like. Copy, open this, share this tab. So it's going to search for the classes that I just made. Perfect. It just showed me. It shows me the total amount. It shows me the class with the team, which is a description, the total time, the date according to my time zone. But if I change the time zone to, let's say, Los Angeles, it shows me when it is at 8 a.m. Nice. I click on the seat. I confirm that. And over here, I can enter all the information. Now I can choose which field is a required field and which field is an optional field as well. So the email is required, but the first name, last name, phone is not. How did you hear about us is not. So I can just click over here and then enter anything I want to. But if it was a drop down, I could have selected it. If it was a radio, I could have clicked on the check on the small checkbox or however I wanted to do it with it. And then when it comes to payment, I can just scroll down and I can choose how I want to pay from PayPal or any other payment integration that we can connect or through the card directly. And once I'm done with that, I'll just click on schedule and the meeting will be scheduled. So yeah, that's how you can set up class booking, use forms and payments to basically completely let the system handle all of your class booking. And yeah, I mean, even the appointment reminders, these the confirmation emails, the follow-up emails, the cancellation, the rescheduling emails, everything is done seamlessly within that one particular tab, which is the calendars. You don't need to wait for the automations to be set up. You don't need to wait if the automations are working or not. You can just handle it all within the one calendar tab itself. So yeah, and that would sum it up for today. But moving on for future, we do have 2 further calendars that we want to work on, which is the service calendar and the rental calendars that we would love to play with and love to share it with you guys as well. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to us through support at the rate OverPower Marketing. And if you want to learn more about the system or schedule a meeting with us, I think, Cohen, can you show them that part?
Before we come to our closing, I do want to additionally add that the calendars that we just made, they are able to function with the voice AI that is available within OPM tools. Depending on the fields that you put into the form attached to the calendar, you may have to give the voice AI a prompt to work with in order to accurately select and choose the fields or the options within the custom fields that you created, or type in manually the custom fields that you added within those forms. But yeah, the voice AI is capable of working in setting up appointments within those calendars as well. So, moving on to closing, we do have the submit request form. Submit request form is available to our users who are coming across an issue within OPM tools. Say if you are able to get a screen recording of a technical issue, or just attach a image of some sort, you are able to send this over to us, and we are able to look into your issue to see if we can escalate and resolve it. Next, we have the support meeting. Similar to what we just talked about, we have our own calendar that you can set up an appointment with us, with someone on our support team. We are more than happy to help you out with any issues or any ideas that you have for your sub account and just give you the boost that you need. Moving on to the knowledge base. If you more do it yourself, we have a wide variety of articles available to you where you can just learn more about OPM tools. If there's a specific topic, then we got in the knowledge base for you to learn more about the system. Yeah, that is everything. And Mustafa, do you want to add anything else?
Yep, that would be perfect. I hope to see all of them next week when we take another deep dive into different types of calendars as well, including the service calendar and the rental calendars.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, thank you all for joining us today.